Hi there. Happy New Year, y'all. It's Bobby back in the gang of podcasts. This is episode 3, season 3 of this podcast channel called Epic Stories. And today's story I have for y'all is about a Karen who who has been a Karen who has been in trouble for a DUI crash when several years ago when she struck when she's when she struck people with her car, killing one, injuring another, leaving them without their legs. Yeah, this happened several years ago. This happened several years ago. I recently watched a YouTube video about it. Um, so basically, this woman basically this Karen has been behind the wheel of her has been behind the wheel cruising in her car, thinking she's in I don't know, Grand Theft Auto 5, thinking she's playing GTA 5 on her Xbox in real life, and I mean, not even knowing, she's just not even caring, not caring, not knowing, not even caring, excuse me, not even caring that she just struck someone. She just she's about to strike someone, and they just and she just struck someone, killing them, and and striking another, and she just, like, sent one person in the hospital. So basically she did all that, and the police pulled her over, and they said, "Get out of the car right now, Miss Karen. Get out of the car right now, Miss Karen, and put your hands behind your back. You're going to you're going to court, and you're gonna and you're gonna talk to the judge, and you're gonna talk to the judge, and they're gonna say about your sentence." And so take her to the police. So they take her to the police car. Take her to the squad car and drive her to the courthouse. And she has a court hearing. And she goes in for the court hearing. And now the court hearing and now during the court hearing, um, the Karen talks to the judge, and the Karen talks to the judge, and the judge said, "Miss Karen, you are found guilty of striking. Miss Karen, you are found guilty of hitting two people, killing one, and leaving one without their legs." Yes, yeah, yeah. Not to mention she struck this Karen I recently watched a video of, struck a struck a principal, struck a school uh, somewhat a high school principal, leaving him without his legs. Uh, yeah, she, like, struck a principal named Mr. Javier, and who's like a school principal in some other state around the U.S. And yeah, this happened several years ago, and she literally left him without her legs. I mean, without his legs. And so basically, she's in court, and she would, like, plead not get she plead innocent, but plead innocent, and she'd say sorry for whatever, and the judge, like, no, it's just like, judge gives the Karen hell freaking no. I'm not, hell freaking no. Say sorry to the person you just ran over, and the judge and and the judge said no, and the judge also said, "Oh no, Miss Karen, you're guilty, guilty, you're guilty. I hand you a I hand you a you'll be given 4 years in prison." You'll get 4 years in prison. The court finds you guilty for striking. The court finds you guilty of of your DUI crash. That DUI crash because because you hurt someone. You hurt someone and you ruin their life. That's when and get this. And get this. That's the that's when this Karen loses it in the courthouse and starts, saying bad stuff and what she's gonna do to the judge was basically threatening. She started threatening the judge, saying, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna beat your freaking ass. I'm gonna beat your freaking ass. F you, F you, F you, F you. And the judge like, okay, guilty. You know what, Miss Karen, I've had enough. You're going to jail. Yeah, I have enough. Guilty. 5 years that's another year in prison. And that's another year in prison. You'll be staying here. You'll be staying in jail for 5. You'll be staying in jail for 5 years, and your bond will be $1 million, and your bond will be your bond will be $500,000. Understand? And the woman loses it and tries to go after the judge, and then says like, "F you! I'm gonna beat you! I'm gonna beat you! I'm gonna throw a shoe at you! I'm gonna use my baseball bat to beat you up!" And the Karen's like, "Stop it! You're going to jail! Stop it! That's another year in prison! That's another year in prison! Guilty!" Office and the Karen that's when the judge says, Karen, I had enough. I'm not putting up to this in the court today. Get out of the courtroom right now, right now, bad girl. You're going to jail for 6 years. Officers, take this lady to jail. and yeah. So all right. That's it. That's it for all the chaotic stuff it talks about. So, ending this podcast, I'd like to say what is ironic. So, what is ironic about this Karen drunk driving is that it'll remind me of when I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 5 and I ran into people's cars for fun and I'm drunk. Yeah, it's GTA 5, so people do that. People like to do bad things in the game. Bad things in the game that they can't do in real life. People don't, almost many people don't even follow the laws and just, many people just don't follow the laws and start doing shit to the community. excuse my language. I'm just trying to be funny and play myself. Yeah, they're just trying to fool around until cops give them the epic surprise of their life. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I play Grand Theft Auto and I'd like to let y'all know I love Grand Theft Auto 5. Though I play Grand Theft Auto 5, but I'm not like that Karen. I'm a nice person. I'm a nice person. I'm a nice person. My family loves me. My friends, my family loves me. My friends my friends like me, and I'm a video gamer, but I don't do bad things like that Karen. Yeah, anyways, that's all I gotta say about this crazy Karen who got in trouble for DUI. And I'd like to ask y'all this. Remember the Karen episode I first did when I started this podcast, where there was another Karen who was kicked off the plane because she was going crazy on the employees because she probably cannot wear the same mask, or Oh, I think it was actually because she didn't have a mask. It was probably it was probably required a few years ago during the pandemic. If y'all remember the pandemic, even if after 2021, like 2020, talking about 2021, 2022, like some people almost everybody was still required to wear a mask. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're, no matter your vaccination status, you were still required to wear a mask back then, like crowded places like airports. But this year, but I'm not sure about now. Probably not. Remember that? Yeah. But remember that episode I did about that Karen going crazy at the airport last year when I started this podcast? Just let me know in the comments. The comments section in the Spotify player, both on either Spotify or YouTube. And all right, that's it. See, that's all I have for you today. See y'all in episode 4 of Epic Stories. Until then, it's your guy Bobby, the funny guy, the podcast guy, signing off.